Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gyms of War Invasions week 7 day 4. But yeah, today we will be doing actually not invasions because we are currently restricted to the Necromancer class due to the class event today. So basically what we're going to be doing now is finishing out this event right here and then going and probably power leveling at some and maybe just testing some soul rates a little bit just to kind of see how to go. But anyways, let's just go move this to the side, move that over. I think everything's in order, and let's actually go right into that then. Apparently we still have the tribute there, and go grab that. And now let's go head over to the minigame thingy. So we'll go over here, class events. Also, by the way, I didn't double check to see what that chicken does, by the way. Based on the background, I would assume Zejin. Let me actually go do that right now. Pets. I have the page open for all pets. Never mind, that's the page for all troops. There's the page for all pets. Come on, load page for all pets. There we go. And let's see, which one is this? This is, I assume Zejin. Actually, why don't I just control find that? That'd bring it up right away. So we'll just go to that, move that down, and that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, apparently it's not Zejin related. What is that chicken? Hold up, 1 second. That chicken is not that. What are you, chicken? The mysterious chicken of chickens. He is brown team bonus. So that would end up being mastery then. Oh no. Troop team bonus, my bad. Monsters is what it's for. Okay, so we're finally getting the monster bonus on next Wednesday. So that would be things like these then, if that's the case. So that would be every single one of the monsters, everything under this category, which would end up including, what bonus is that? That would be, let's see. Well, actually, let's just put it on a lower team. Let's just do it over top. Too many things saved at the moment. Yeah, we'll overwrite that. I don't really use it for anything. Anyways, move that, move that, move that, move that. 2 of those, don't need that. Move that. That brings us to the 1 magic, 2 HP, 2 armor. Interesting combination. So with it maxed out, you'd be able to have 3 magic, 6 life, and 6 armor if you're using a full monster team. I guess that could come in handy on occasion. A little bit of mix of everything except for attack. But yeah, that's next week's Wednesday pet. Anyways, let's go do the games here. I'm not going to be doing too much more. I'm just doing the free ones for this, because of course there really isn't much a need to go any further than that. So we're going to go take these 2 out and just kind of go from there. Hopefully we'll get a Valraven in one of these so that we can complete out the final battle, ideally. Okay, so let's go and try taking something here that we'll actually be able to go and use. Let's see, we'll go take a purple down, start getting skeleton ready. I do want to try getting a Mang first if we can, though it's not a big deal if we don't. Also, hello William, hello Dragon Ball Z fan, hello Rasa, hello Sea Dog, hello Mehmet, hello Minarnosh, hello Demon Angel, hello Captain, hello Analyst, hello Traylin, and hello everyone else. You don't have to have Necro selected. Yes, you don't have to have Necro selected, but you would be getting less EXP towards your Necro. So if you're doing this to try to get Necromancer EXP, there really isn't much point in doing it not with Necromancer, because you'd be getting 2 less EXP per battle, which makes up actually probably more than you'd barely even get from the game mode itself. So I don't know. If you're going for leaderboard, obviously you wouldn't use the Necromancer hero class. But if you're just doing the free battles or anything like that, you might as well just have it set as Necromancer. We're gonna move that over. Take the other skull. Oh, I still don't have Mang down. What am I doing? We'll go take that skull, get rid of that barrier. Need one more little poke. And, you know what? I think we might go Mang that one. Actually has the highest armor, so we would technically gain the biggest amount of benefit for specifically doing that one. Though we are in 1-shot range. You gotta be careful. If that does go down, we can still easily win. It just makes it, obviously, a bit more complicated. We'll move that over, move that over. Didn't get it from it. There we go. Get that for free. Get the next one in. Throw a little poke at it. And that will pretty much be the match for us. No, just kidding. No, we should still be able to win. All we have to really do is just poke it once, poke it again. Oh, we're going to be 1 damage short, really? We'll go get a skeleton for that then. We'll take that one. Try getting this off of 4 times, which is actually why I want to do it off of skeleton. That fairy fire trying to do work. Even though it's pretty weak, but still. Hit it enough times. His little single target ability, that is. Go for that. Perfect. The exact 4 times I'm looking for, so we do exact damage to kill. Go for another extra turn off the Azarus. And that's pretty much it. We'll go take a little poke there. And need 2 more little pokes. Definitely need to get Mang out a little bit quicker than that if we're going to be doing this. But yeah, hopefully we get a Valraven next battle. If we don't get that little bit of extra XP. Not like it would be too big a deal. We can get it pretty quick just from doing other battles, but still. Each one of these battles also counts as 1 gem, which is pretty nice. Okay, do we try for that skull? I think we do. Oh, we missed. We missed. Okay, I'm not going to grab that, or else he's going to just get something out of it. Oh, he still gets something out of it. Really? Okay. Well, that could be slightly bad. Try for red there, didn't get it. Really need that purple, of course. There we go. And that's match. There's no way he's going to survive that and dead. There we go. He does gain armor every cast. It's not too relevant. What used to be really funny with him is when he used to gain attack from it. Let's actually avoid Corvash. The amount of points we get is pretty irrelevant. So, but they have a lot of freezes and stuff. You know what? Actually, this is the easier battle, surprisingly. Hello, Questador. Welcome. Oh, good. We did get Valraven. So that gives us a, as long as we win this battle and the other 2 battles, this will end up giving us the, what's it called? The extra 10 HP, is it? Or 15? 1 to 2. We'll end up getting that from it. Write that down. A bit of a miss, but we can take this for a couple extra turns. So I'll grab that, get a hit. Still don't have Mang down, but we're hitting so many skulls that it doesn't even matter. Take another hit right there. Hopefully get a Cascade down here, otherwise we can still go for 1 more skull. I don't have a drop for that, but we might be able to get it off the Cascade. Didn't get it. Still have to deal with Valraven, just needs 1 more hit. I guess we could grow this onto Manticore. We don't have any blue, so we don't really need to worry about the other effect there. But yeah, all we need now is just 1 little hit. We technically... Oh, no, we can't even get it right now, no. Thought we had it off Azarus, but nope, apparently not. We'll need a little bit more purple to go do that. We'll try it off the Cascade. Didn't get it. Had 2 chances. He just gives us that, which also gives the last purple we need. And now we just cast Skeleton into the win. We even take that purple, but I don't think it's going to be needed. Grab that, get Skull Poke, get the free turn, throw another poke, and that's a match. Except we don't have another poke, so I guess we'll wait it out. Just wait till we either get that up or he gives us 1. And down he goes. Hello, Colin. Welcome. And hello, Daniel. You think Archer is pretty underrated class? Archer, prior to this patch, was one of the most well-rounded, really decent classes. It only serves 1 really good purpose right now, and that is in the context of, I would say, Black Beast teams. In most other instances, I don't feel like you really need Archer. There's a lot of trees on it that are just really, really bad. Like, there's like 2 or 3 lines that all 3 of the options are just abysmally bad, which really puts it back quite a bit. But yeah, its base traits are amazing. It still has some of the best base traits of any hero class. The 50% mana start combined with the 15% instant kill on skulls. And it's still very well-rounded. I just feel like it didn't get as good of a benefit compared to other hero classes when the most recent reworks went out. Or, you know, when they added perks and all that. Okay, so I actually want to go get Mang up from 0 mana right now. Oh, I just realized. No wonder why we're struggling some. Well, not very struggling, but I don't have half mana start on right now. I still have the soul set up, which we will be doing later this stream. But, yeah, I have the soul setup set on right now instead of the combat-related one. That would explain why we're kind of having some problems, because he'd pretty much be full mana right now if we did have the combat version on. But we'll go take, I guess, some Mang mana, get that up immediately. Throw this down on... What even is the biggest threat at this point? I guess throw this down just at highest armor, which in this case is the Queen of Mabs. Go get that down, get a poke. And he does have 1 freeze, though it's only really annoying if he gets on Skeleton. It should be okay. I'll take the skull here. We could try getting a second Mang. Get Skeleton down. He doesn't ruin any of that. We'll get the hit for sure. Ideally, we'd have a follow-up. Currently don't. No purple for us to take. No way to cascade it down. I guess we'll just take some browns. He just gives us purple. If we had +1 purple on that, we'd actually have full mana on that right now. But we'll go try getting another Mang down. That's going to be way more than enough damage to kill. Actually, I might as well just kill Mab out with it. So we'll do that. And now we just need to try hitting enough damage to actually kill it out with whatever our next ability is. So we'll do that by just taking this yellow, pass our turn. Get this skull right there. And what else do we need? I guess we go for nothing. Oh, that's bad. Just take the green. He gives us a free skull, and down it goes. And all we have to do is not lose this final battle. And to help us not lose this final battle, let's go actually set up properly so we don't fail this. Because there actually are a few things in this battle that can really counter us. That or we could actually go just 3 times Fairish Raw if we wanted to. Wait, what's his team? I don't have anything good to remove barrier, though, do I? And he does have that one barrier poke thingy. I will stick with this. What was the thing I'm looking for? Oh, yeah, class. I'm going to go in here to revamp the class. So click on here. So, let's see. What's everything we can get? Boom, that's fine. Chilling Death is fine. We're not using it last slot. Soul Eater. Instead, we'll get Spell Reduction. Next up, we start with half mana. And then we just keep siphoning the HP. And it'll be good from there. So let's go, hit back. And we have everything set up for this battle. Now let's go into it. Hello, Siplom, welcome. Yeah, there's quite a few hero classes where it has multiple, like, really, really horrible lines. The second line in particular seems to be bad on quite a few hero classes, because that's the line that has a lot of, like, +2, +3 magics, and essentially every single one of them is useless more often than not. Oh, wait, why did I do this before I manged? I shouldn't have done that yet. Okay, well, let's take a skull now. Gotta be careful not to give him yellows, too. Okay, this Forest Troll got replaced, I didn't even realize, with a Val Raven. Oh, that means we still have another 2 battles, though I probably won't do them just because we'd have to do 5 battles for it to be worth it doing those 2 battles. So this will probably be the final one we really need to do just to get that little bit of extra XP. And the amount of time it's probably taking me to do these few battles, could have probably just done it in Explore. I am going to be testing something with soul farming for about 10 minutes, though, that I do want to time, just to see how much XP and accumulation of souls we can accumulate within about 10 minutes, and then just multiply that by 6 just to see where we end up getting. First, that wouldn't be the best of data, but I want to get a quick test because I haven't actually tested at all the rate of this hero class, and I still don't have it maxed either, which might give me slightly off on the rate. It might be slightly slower than what actually is possible, because we do not have the +1 purple for this hero class yet, which is the last piece you would need to really make it work. Nor would I for a while, though, because it would require level 70 of this hero class. And literally the only thing you would ever use it for is soul farming, so I don't really have any direct need to go for that anytime soon, since I don't actually need souls. Okay, he has a summon there. We can just one-shot it, so that's not too big a deal. Just do it immediately. Go for that purple if he doesn't block it. He kind of blocked it. We'll take it that way. It's a free skull. Grab that. Only problem here is he just killed our hero, but that's still enough damage. And down it goes. And for that, we end up claiming, I believe, 5 more gems, and no, 10 more gems, and 15 EXP. So I'll grab that. Kind of like doing one of those daily things, except we get some EXP on it. Well, other than that, let's go bring up the timer, because as I mentioned, I do want to go time that real quick. So let's go to first challenge of Indian Fields, go optimize this for souls, and see how many souls we'll get in this time. So let's go get the numbers out. How much souls do we have, and how much class EXP do we have, so we can go and track both of them. Let's see, 1, 7, why is it not typing? Why is it not typing? There it goes. 1, 7, 4, 2, 1, 2, 1. And our EXP is level 40 at the EXP number of, let me check. Let's see, hero. Yeah, I wish they would show it on the main screen, though. Let's see, hit there, 31 out of 41. So 31 out of 41. Okay, and that's all the numbers we need. So let's go see what we can do with this. So we have the timer up, and let's go get the team optimized for actual soul farming, or the troop. And I'm going to be using the Azur's version, basically it's this team right here. So let me go and tweak this. I'm going to be keeping it on normal difficulty and just testing it this way, though it might be higher doing it on Warlord 3. But I do want to test it on normal, just because this hero class can now close that gap. So we do that, or no, we don't. Yeah, no, we do that actually. Chilling Death I don't think we actually need, but nor do we need the 2 damage, so we'll just go with that. And of course Darkstorm start. None of these really matter too much, so we'll just go with the Siphon. I don't think it's actually going to come in play at all, but let's go with that. And that should be fine. Okay, so we have those. We're actually almost completely on the Death one, surprisingly, even though that's one of the weaker trees on it. But it is actually decently good for soul farming. Anyways, go with that. Go into, back it up, and just go into this then. So let's just go start the timer then, and see how much increase we can get. So that does mean for the next 10 minutes or so I will have to do this. But, like, no interruptions. But no, if you guys still have any other questions, just let me know. But yeah, let's just go time this and see what kind of data we can get. Where is the little marker thing? There it is. And begin. And I'll let it go for like 1 second because we were kind of in the menu. So there we go. Okay. So let's take the purple down. Obviously get Dragon Soul up as immediately as possible. For a second I thought I was using the wrong hero class. I mean the wrong banner. This should be the right one. Looked like a weird amount to me for a second. We'll go to that. Throw that down. You know what? That should probably be in front of Azurus. But oh well. I need to go get my mana. Go grab that into a red purple. That'll be full. Grab it down. Get our extra soul right there. And we gain max soul capacity. And unfortunately there's no repeat button. So we have to go and manually get down those clicks. And then we'll see what the results are as far as the difference by the time we finish this. And see if it's really that worth it for soul farming. I'd assume so. Should be around 30-ish thousand. Somewhere's around there. Well, let's keep going. The only really annoying part is going through the screens and doing those quickly. You can actually lose quite a bit of your time there. That's almost like half the time of the battle sometimes. Is just going through that menu correctly. Especially if you misclick it. Because they didn't add a repeat button. I'm really surprised why they didn't. Like the only thing you ever really do for these is like EXP farming and like, I guess soul farming. Ah, that's what I meant with the misclick. Oh no, that's what I meant with the misclick. No! Fail, I hate when I do that. It ruins the pattern. So we're going with that. We're going to take green down. Go grab some purple. All that did almost nothing. We'll grab that. Get Dragon Soul up. Utilize that Dark Storm. That Umbral Wolf Dark Storm. Same difference. Get that down. Dead. There, that's what it's supposed to do every time. If we could just do that, it would be good. Titan is one of the better hero classes in the game, yes. I don't know why they buffed it even further when they made that change. Well, I guess it's because it thematically works, but yeah. It is one of the best hero classes in the game right now. And in many instances is the absolute best. Not always, though. It depends on what team you're using. But it is one of the better ones out there for sure. Okay, this board's starting to be a little bad. I don't really have anything good to do here. Let's go throw a poke. Just try putting more purple onto the board so we get to Shadow Dragon. He'll go poke us again. Come on, we have the freeze for a reason, so you can lose your turn. And it doesn't even hit him. But yeah, this should come out to about 20 EXP in 10 minutes. I'm not quite sure how much souls, though. Let's see. I'll just take green over. I think about 6,000 souls? Somewhere around there. We'll find out in 7 minutes. Get another Dragon Soul down if it will let me. Stop doing turns. Stop being not frozen. Stop doing turns. There we go. And there it goes. Click there, there. Go and see if we can get all that yellow going. Take that green extra turn. See what else we get for Cascade. Just take a red. Take another red if he lets us, or purple. That works better. Get the full mana. Getting our souls every turn. Could take an F for another soul, but it's not too big a deal. We've already won. And it should be match to max souls. It feels like double Dragon Soul over again. There used to be a glitch where Dragon Soul, for whatever reason, even though he gains 15 souls per cast, there was once a glitch in this game where if you double cast, you would actually still get the max capacity of souls, even though you didn't actually earn the max capacity of souls. And this team reminds me a lot of that, because that's basically what's happening now. We're still gaining the max capacity of souls with just a Dragon Soul on our team. And back then, that was like the best way to really get souls, other than just, you know, spam Fairish Raw. But it made it a lot more convenient doing it with, it basically made soul farming a lot more convenient. But yeah, this hero class kind of does the same thing. I haven't really experimented much with it, but it does indeed work really well for that purpose. And we still don't know how many more souls we'll need in the future, so if nothing else, at least we're getting some soul farming done now. Any of that we're doing now is less we'll have to do later. I'm only doing it for 10 minutes, though. I'm not testing it literally the entire stream. Just want to get a small sample of data just to see. The rest of the time I might be leveling it, though, and like explore or something. I don't know, maybe we will keep doing this. We'll see. I can test it on like Warlord 3. The only problem with doing it on Warlord 3 is given that we already hit max capacity with this hero class, I don't know if it'd really be as worth it. Because the whole reason you would normally do Warlord 3 is because you wouldn't normally be able to reach max capacity, but this team is already doing that. Alright, we'll just get the Dragon Soul down. Actually, we had a Ferrous Rod there too. Of course, we get it when we don't really need it as much. Oh, we got gems somehow, and a level. What on earth did we get gems from? I guess for using 4 unique of the same color, or... Oh, wait, was one of my tasks to use Undead? That's pretty funny. I unintentionally just did a task. I didn't even realize that was one of my daily tasks. It had to have been Undead then, because our entire team's Undead. No, it couldn't have been, because then I would have had it done earlier. Oh, unique. You know, one of my tasks that I may have been to use all Undead. That's funny. I didn't even realize that. That's not what I was trying to do with that, but apparently that's what we ended up achieving. That is pretty funny. Oh, I was just about to cast that as if it was a firebomb fail. So used to using firebomb down there. So we'll go get explosion. Hopefully purple storm comes through for us. Not quite, but that still works. We'll just throw a hit here. Go to that. Get the last little bit of mana. Throw Dragon Soul dead. 4 more minutes to go. You just unlocked every kingdom and you don't know what to do anymore? Have any pointers? After you've unlocked every single kingdom, you want to try focusing on getting every single kingdom to about level 3 or 4. Then start getting all of the magic kingdoms to level 10. And then from there, you go either get all the attack and HP kingdoms to level 10, and basically you just work towards all kingdoms to level 10. The reason for this is it helps give you a higher mana surge chance, which whenever you take a 3 match will end up giving you a higher chance of getting double the mana on it. Other than that, it's also really good for giving higher tributes. Tribute is something that's on your home kingdom every single hour, that if you do happen to claim it, will give you a % chance of rolling tribute for every single kingdom. And these just give you a bunch of various rewards like gold, glory, souls, as well as if multiple trigger at once, gems, and gold keys as well. And they're generally a pretty nice way of, particularly later on in the game, of actually obtaining gems over time, which is kind of nice while you're playing, without really having to go out of your way to go for gems. Yeah, kingdom upgrading is basically the whole entire progression of this game is based on specifically kingdom upgrading. It's one of the most important things you should be focusing pretty much always on. Earlier on in the game, like really early, you don't need to worry about it too much, but it is always something to keep in the back of your head because it's always gives increasingly better bonuses. It's one of the, like the main kind of end goals of everything is to get kingdoms as max as possible. If you don't have Sun and Moon for this team, use literally any purple weapon in the entire game. Doesn't matter what it is. I've literally cast it like once, maybe, if even that. Actually, during the stream, I've casted it 0 times so far. You don't have to have Sun and Moon there. We're not even using it at all. The only thing that's relevant is if it's a purple weapon. As long as you have a purple weapon, which I assume you would, you will be able to do this. Okay, I lied. The second I say that, we get Sun and Moon. But, okay, that's the exception. But very rarely do you ever use Sun and Moon. But basically any purple weapon would work. Doesn't really matter what it is. I'll move that over. Dragon Soul, how are you not full mana? What are you doing? Because you need the, with this particular team that I'm using right now, assuming you're not running double Azurus or double Ferrous Ra, the reason you actually need your hero using a purple weapon mainly is because of the team bonus that you're getting. You're getting a lot of extra magic. I think with my pet bonuses I have currently, we're getting 6 additional magic for using this particular team right now, which is definitely a pretty substantial amount of magic. And this is basically 3 more explosions for our Dragon Soul, which makes it even easier for it to get full mana and just get the board cycling, particularly with the Purple Storm. And normally we win before the Purple Storm dissipates every single time. Okay, we got 1 minute left, and then we get to check our resources to see how much we've accumulated, how much EXP, and how many souls. I don't know why, whenever I time it, it goes by like so much quicker doing this. I should like always time it, even if I'm on off stream. Why did I take that instead of purple? I didn't even see that there. It didn't surge though, unfortunately. Come on, get mana quick. Go. You should be able to get 2 more in, as long as this battle doesn't crawl on forever. We'll get this one and then the next one, and then we'll probably call it time there for the 10 minutes. And then see what it comes out to. Alright, should be able to get 1 more in. And then that'll be that. Okay, let's go through our menus again. Challenge, hit that, go. Okay, what do I need? Move that over. See what I can do. Nope, can't move that. Board, why are you so bad? Why are you so bad? I'll still count this one in it. It's close enough. Seriously, why is this board so bad? What even is this battle? There we go. And only gonna be like a few seconds over. And actually a little bit more because it's not gonna give me anything, is it? Just do that into a Dragon Soul. That's still fine, I'll still count it. And there we go. Okay, so what does that come down to? Let me go see what our hero EXP is at. Hero, class, EXP. So in that time, we earned exactly... Did we do exactly 20? That's funny. No, we actually did one less than 20. We ended up doing... No, we did exactly 20 because of the 31. Yeah, it came out to exactly 20 battles. And the amount of soul increase came out to... So that means that would be 120 EXP per hour, which is what I said for a while now. Pretty much any time when you're doing PvP, or if you're just going to be soul farming, you'd be able to get approximately that rate, 120. Actually, normally I say it's like 100 to 120. It can go up to like 140, 150. It can go even higher than that if you're using a quick explore team, but normally with soul farming or with PvP, it's going to be quite a bit slower. So yeah, 120. So it's exactly 120 on the dot. And as far as the soul gain, that's the other one that's really important. What did soul come down to? We did have one Fairish Raw, though, which of course improves it quite a bit, but he is craftable this week. That's why I only showed it with one. Of course, it would have been even higher with two. And it definitely would have been better to do it with two. It's just I'm showing it for one just to see what it comes down to. 634, and subtract that from, what was our number that we had earlier? From 1742121. That comes out to 6,513 souls. If you times that by 6, that comes out to almost 40,000 souls per hour. Yeah, even if you just downgrade it, because we went over like a few seconds, even if you downgrade it by like a whole 1,000, that's 38,000 souls per hour. But realistically, I can see that easily being like 38 to like 42,000. So yes, 120 EXP per hour, and according to this, 39,000 souls per hour. That's definitely not too bad. Could try it with a second Fairish Raw too. We'd have less magic, but it'd be that'd bump it up to about 45,000 per hour, if not 50,000. Yeah, that's not too bad. Definitely pretty good. Of course, we'd have to keep that up constantly. It is a little bit hard to keep it up for like hours on end. Normally, it's okay, good to do it for like an hour or so, because trying to do it for anything longer than that, you're probably going to slow down the rate just from getting tired of doing it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, 39,000 for that team is what it comes down to. Should probably test that for the video as well and actually mention that, but that is what it comes down to, about 39,000 per hour. Of course, that could vary based on bonuses and stuff. I'm, of course, basing it off of my bonuses that I have. Hello, Hyper. Welcome. Also, let me go get rid of the timer now. Goodbye, timer. Close all windows. Don't save. There we go. By the way, any team recommendations? You're level 140. Your best team is Dragotar, Urskayan Crown, Dragon Soul, and Divinia. Make sure to be using Dragon Guard hero class if you aren't already. As far as that team, that doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, it seems like you actually have a pretty decent team already. You'd probably want to put Dragon Soul. Never mind, your Dragon Soul's not blocked. Oh wait, or is it? No, it isn't. Urskayan Crown is brown, yellow. So yeah, that's perfectly fine, the team you're running. You get extra reds. Those reds go into Dragon Soul. Gives more explosion for Divinia. Yeah, team seems perfectly fine. And you just keep spamming Dragotar for your buff. But yeah, Dragons are one of the best possible teams you can run as a newer player. Especially with the hero class. You get the hero class from Dragon's Claw Kingdom. It ends up giving you quite a bit of bonuses, particularly to dragons. Let me see. There's not actually anything under the skill trees, though, that increase dragons, but if you ever get it to the point of trade it, if you get some orbs or stuff, it has 40% skull reduction, which is actually the highest skull reduction of any hero class. And it also gives +1 life and 1 magic to all dragons every extra turn. Other than that, I believe this is normally the tree I go with. It really depends on the team sometimes. But 5 attack and PvP, fireproof so you don't get burned, starting the battle with barrier or burning a random ally, both of which are okay. Razor armor thing for 20% extra skull damage. You can also, if you really want EXP, go for 10% extra EXP, though generally you don't really want to rush up EXP, so you don't really need to do that. You could also start with a Firestorm, which would help your Dragon Souls to lash Divinia as well. So either of those. If you're using your hero further back, you probably would want to go for the Firestorm. Other than that, You'd probably want to go for when an ally dies, barrier another one if you're going to the summon spam, like what you kind of set up your team as. Otherwise, if you're planning on using it in first slot, you can get 2 to all stats. Normally, the way I use Dragon Guard, I use it with Mountain Crusher, so I do personally use it in first slot. But if you weren't using it in first slot, you would definitely use Savior instead. Other than that, off its next ones, you would either go on Dispel all enemies. This is good for constantly removing Barrier, Enchant, Submerge, stuff like that. Submerge in particular is pretty nice because Dragon Soul hits everything at once, so you'd be able to kind of bypass that. But you can also just go for extra red mana, which of course is really useful for Dragon Soul and Divinia. And other than that, you can do triple damage on your skulls. This is particularly useful if you are using Razor, because you'll increase your damage by 20% based on your skulls, and then hit triple on every single burn. And in that case, you could also, like I mentioned, go for a burn every single time an ally goes down, and go down that way. But yeah, it's pretty much Dragon Guard. It's one of the better hero classes. Not one of the absolute best, but as a newer player, it's pretty much about as good as you're really going to get most of the time. So what was it that I completed? Oh, win battles using 3 unique purple troops who all use purple mana. That's why I accidentally completed. Well, while we're at it, let's go do Broken Spire. Wow, 3 gem keys for that. That's actually pretty good. So all we have to go do is use 3 Broken Spire. Wait, did it say unique or could it be any? Oh, it has to be unique. Oh, you know what I was going to go do? I was going to go do a really funny Infernus team. Oh, wait! Is Firebomb considered Broken Spire? Hold up. I believe it is. We can run a really weird team. Hold up. We can actually build like a legitimate team real quick. Like a little mini legitimate team. Okay, let's see. I actually do want to save this team. This is actually really interesting. Because I might do it for the best teams video. And just slightly revamp it if we need to into a hero class. The only thing I really hate about this is that it doesn't use hero class. Really, anything that doesn't use hero class these days, I feel like is just wasting the potential of that hero class. I believe we could get rid of, no, I was going to say Glitter Claw, but you actually really do need Glitter Claw for this. It helps keep your mana flowing pretty nice. Get Yasmin in there and get a, what's her name? Suna. It's one of the few Suna teams I've ever used that I actually would say, yeah, Suna wasn't that bad. And banner would be, let's see, what do we need? We probably need a +1 to purple and a +1 to green. So we'd probably minus the blue and do it that way. I assume that's the banner I was using earlier. So I'll go for that. I'll rename it to Suna Claw Burn Green. Sure, G. Let's go with that. I have no clue what that name is, but there we go. Anyways, let's go replace that with this other team. And let's go do a Dragon Soul with a Firebomb. Let's see, Dragon Soul. We're not going to be able to fit our hero in this, but Firebomb. Yep, it's Broken Spire. Infernus. And what's another Broken Spire that would actually fit into this? I don't think there is. I could go for the guy that gives mana immediately. Let's see, Broken Spire, and you. Because you have Empowered as well. I didn't realize there's 2 Empowers in this kingdom. Nice. So we'll go with that. Put you up front there. Throw the Firebomb there. Go to the, let's do purple +1 red, -1 yellow. I don't think we really need to go anything else other than that. And let's go give this a shot. Gotta go win 8 times with this for 3 Broken Spire troops. Hello, Nautical. Welcome. Hello, Ben. Welcome as well. Do that over. Get herself the blue down. Not like you really need it too much. Grab the purple. Put a Firebomb in there. Or Dragon Soul. Kill it with this. Or not. Get the red down. Throw Infernus. The almighty Infernus. So let's just do this in Explore. There's not much need to do it in there. So let's go to... I need brown purple. It's either Droxzoom or whatever that other kingdom's called. Darkstone. This is currently the only trait stone I don't have more than 200 copies of. Maybe 200. Yeah, 200. I was right. That just seems like a weird number to say for it. But yeah, it's the only arcane we don't have over 200 of. Every other one we have over 200. Except for this one. Alright, we'll just try getting some mana here. Can't really do much. Let's take Skull. Come on, Dragon Soul. Do your thing. Go take Skull. We'll throw this down. Get our kill. Please stop taking turns. Grab that down. Only problem is Infernus is being blocked like crazy right here. He'll die to burn. At least we get the burn damage off of that. It's 2 down, 6 to go. So a weapon instead of Yasmin is fine too. You'll have to try it. I guess technically. You do kind of need the Yasmin to keep the mana going. The whole point of that team is just to constantly keep mana going. Someone suggested to me earlier, and it's actually the best Suna team I've seen so far. I've seen several suggestions, but most of them were kind of underwhelming or just kind of average. But that one actually did seem like one legitimate team that Suna could actually be used in. Though I feel like there would still be alternatives to her. It's just she does fit into that team pretty well. And it takes care of Ubestep decently too, which I think is the whole point of the team. Because you can heal with her to out-heal the Ubestep damage, or so that it hits your higher ones. Hey, we already got an Arcane. But it also entangles out the enemy very quick, so you don't have to deal with as heavy of a Ubestep hit when it does go and try getting you down. Can you please cast? There we go. All the misclicks. Okay, let's go and... what else we could do? Move right over. So we get the last little bit. Just throw that right there. Almost did that in the wrong column. That would have failed. That'll be full Infernus, and that would definitely be enough to kill, because Infernus is Infernus. And dead. I think we need 4 more. Oh no, we clicked too quickly. Let's keep going. Almost there. Easiest way to deal with Ubestep is Mass Barrier. As long as both the targets that Ubestep hits is barriered, you will never take any damage from Ubestep. And you have plenty of time to do that. There are many full barrier things that you can do that can outpace a Ubestep. The most noteworthy one would be Dragonian Monks. But there's plenty of ways that you can go and put it down. Divinia spam, Dwarven Gates, and technically Dawnbringer. But that still gives plenty of options, because everyone owns Dwarven Gate. Most people own Dragonian Monk, and those are really the only two you really need for it, one or the other. I'll go throw that down. Try getting purple, didn't get it. Take it manually. If he still leaves it, take it that way. Throw a few Dragon Souls down. What else do we need? Just take a red. Get a Infernus, then a Dragon Soul. And another Infernus. Never mind. Down it goes. Yeah, normally I'm using Divines if I'm running Ubestep, running that against them. But otherwise, Dawnbringer, yeah, is normally what I would use. Dragonian Monk's the cheapest all-around kind of option to work. Generally, if you're running PvP, though, you'd most likely want to go a damage version, and just Dawnbringer just happens to work better for that. But of course, you can get outpaced by him if you do that. But if you're using Dragonian Monk, you're never going to get outpaced by a Ubestep, or more often than not. His initial cast you may be, but normally his initial cast is not enough to actually kill. Unless you happen to have a lot lower stats than whoever you're facing. Oh, we got a gnome there. Nice. And if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know if I missed anything. Otherwise, a good majority of the rest of the stream will be spent trying to level up this hero class some. I'm not really trying to get it to any goal. I'm just kind of waiting out the timer of us being able to reset it. So I won't be able to do that till tomorrow. And we'll probably switch back to Titan and then do that for the rest of the week. But we got 100 souls there, 3 gem keys there, which is actually surprisingly high. Also, with that being said, we will be streaming tomorrow morning like we do every Friday and Saturday. We'll be streaming from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time approximately. We'll have our 2 redeem codes both the times as well. So if you guys want to come down, chill. I don't believe anything's coming out tomorrow though, but we'll still be messing around with probably keep power leveling like hero classes for the most part. I still want to get down these last few really good ones. Still want to get Assassin maxed, or my current order of maxing hero classes. His next order of business is finish out Titan. Where's Titan? Finish out Titan. We're at level 91 out of 100. So we're working on that. Next one after that, since it's already so close, will probably be Sorcerer. Because that will take less than a week most likely. And then the next one after that will be Bard. Because there is a chance that they will be buffing Wild Folk in 2 weeks from now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check the change log. But I believe it is 2 weeks from now. There may be a buff to Wild Folk, specifically Pan's Veil, but that hero class is from Pan's Veil, so yes. Okay, maybe I should go try leveling that before Sorcerer then. Yeah, probably should, to like level 70, just so I have it in advance. So yes, that's gonna be my game plan then. So my current maxing order is Titan, then once we finish Titan, max level Bard, and then if they get buffed, not next week, but the following week, we'll have that ready to go. Then after we have finished Bard, I'm going to finish out Sorcerer, since it's already pretty much already there. Wherever it went, right there. And then after that, I will probably go for Assassin. I've really been wanting to try out Max Out Assassin. Several teams I really want to mess with it, but I currently do not have it unlocked. And I still will be doing a video on all the classes, by the way. Probably have that out soonish. I should probably stop saying exact dates, though, because I feel like... well, I haven't actually said exact dates yet, but it keeps getting delayed from stuff. But I do want to do it soon. And eventually, once I get every hero class to level 100, which is a while from now, it's still a good while before we hit that. But if we ever hit every single hero class to 100, I do want to do a video where I just go through every single one using like a max best in slot team with every best in slot perk. I will be showing teams for when I do a video for it. I just won't be using them. Like, I'll be showing like, hey, here's a good team that would probably work for it, or would work with for it, because I've tested it. But you know, I wouldn't actually like show it in battle. Unless any of you wanted me to like do it, like an instance of it. But yeah, I'll probably also ask the devs if we could get some gems for that too. If we ever were to go, like, let's say, go through every single one of these and keep changing it. Ideally, they would already have removed the gem cost by then. But if they haven't, that's gonna cost like 700 gems. If I did a video where all I did was do a hero class, switch to hero class, and then did that hero class, then kept switching every single time for one battle, it would cost 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, never mind. You minus 1 from it. So 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Minus 1, 15. What's 15 times 50? Why can I not do that in my head? That should be easy. 15 times 50. That would cost 750 gems. That's absurd. But yeah, that's how much it would cost if we actually were to do that. Anyways. Let's keep doing the leveling on this. Let's see. I guess we just do Explore then, would be our best bet here. What's the event objective for the week? Just kill stuff in PvP, right? Yeah, we already finished it. Oh, I unintentionally already finished it. I wasn't even trying. But there we go. Nice. Well, I guess we'll just go to Dark Zoom then, and just use a actual real team, like this. And just kill them all out with this. Before I do, though, let me go and change my banner to something a little bit more applicable. Or not my banner, my perks. So we switch the Gloom is fine, because 2 life actually gives our... oddly enough, that actually gives us 2 extra damage to our Sunbird, which is kind of funny. Chilling Death, I believe, is fine. Nothing else we really need. Wait, if we're in last slot, that actually could be helpful. Chilling Death's still helpful, too. Gain a soul every turn for sure, because that's a lot more souls. I don't really need that. We might as well start with half mana. And too bad neither of those 2 storms are helpful. 2 life Siphon is good. And then after that, if we were to keep using this team, we'd probably go for the extra purple mana, most likely. Yeah, that's not too good. Deathmark wouldn't really be too good. Yeah, we just go for the extra purple. Deathmark could be good. I don't know. I guess actually, you know what? Deathmark would be pretty good for Explore. Because you could randomly get that kill. It'd just be excessively random, whereas the purple extra mana is extremely consistent. And normally when you do battles like this, you do want really high consistency. Of course, getting good luck is nice, but you don't want to have your team based on luck if you're doing a quick battle like Explore or something. How are they buffing Wildfolk Plane? They're going to be making the typing, particularly stuff in Pan's Veil, have a mechanic where they basically steal stats from the enemy. This is already kind of thematically that way with Savasi, as well as the Mythic from the Kingdom. But basically, they're going to make almost every single troop within the Kingdom have the ability to, in some way, shape, or form, steal stats from the enemy. And it's going to be based kind of around that. This will overall be a buff to most of them. Could possibly be a nerf. The only one I could think they could possibly ever slightly accidentally nerf by making changes to it would be Siren. Because Siren's actually insanely good as it already is. But almost everything else in that Kingdom is just abysmal. So we'll see exactly what they revamp into. But yeah, there's no guarantee that it will be that following week, but they have mentioned they are planning a Pan's Veil rework, specifically around the Wildfolk. But I would assume that they would do it on the Pan's Veil week. It would make sense that they would do it then. That'd be kind of odd if they don't. Like, if they have a Pan's Veil event week, and then, like, 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, hey, here's a rework to Pan's Veil. That wouldn't make any sense. Though they have done stranger things before. But that's probably not what they're going to do. Okay, that didn't surge, unfortunately. Hey, freeze actually came into play. Okay, I guess that freeze is useful. We just stop the turn by doing that. Oh, so if any of you are wondering why I'm using, like, this really weak weapon, The main reason for this is it deals 5 additional damage to first enemy, which can actually come into play depending on how it ends up hitting. Also, if I'm not mistaken, a Ancient Horror has exactly 5 HP, and the AI still glitches it out with a level. It only has like 4 armor, or 4 HP with 1 armor. I believe is what it comes in at. So if you still had 2 left and it happens to randomly hit the other one, it actually works out quite decently for that. Otherwise, of course, what you use is Dawnbringer. But of course, Dawnbringer is a lot more expensive than running this weapon. And this weapon, some newer players could even have maxed out. It's pretty easy to obtain. I'll go move that, get Sunbird down. Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to Pansville rework. It's one of the kingdoms that has never really been used much ever, because almost everything within the kingdom is near useless. So it'd be kind of cool, especially with the fact that how good Bard is. The Bard hero class itself is amazingly good. It's just it doesn't have any synergy because there's barely any wild folk in the game that are particularly relevant. But there's a lot of potential for them into the future. They have a half mana start, so anything that ever has half mana start could be good. They have Bard hero class, which is a decent hero class, plus it gives +1 to yellow ult every turn, which can stack up to be a lot of stats over time. And yeah, just has a lot of potential with that. But just that combo alone, especially since King Salinas is yellow himself, you could even just build eventually a really good 4x wild folk yellow team. Oh, we got a firebomb down. We'll get that rolling. See if we can get Sunbird there. I don't think that's enough damage, but I'm still throwing it. And it is. I wonder how many battles we're actually winning because that 2 HP is giving it 2 damage. Probably not too many. I'll move that over, get that down, take the green, throw a firebomb, go from there. Does Assassinate work even if you have Barrier? No. The Barrier will absorb the Assassinate. Yes, Barrier does block against Assassinate. Or at least it used to. I haven't actually tested it recently. But it should still block it, I would assume. You can also block Devourer with it. You can block instant kills, then you can block Devourer with a Barrier. Only, in the case of Devourer, actually in the case of both of them, it will only block it depending on what order it does the damage. For example, the weapon that you actually get from the Assassin class, that Serpent weapon that has like a 10% chance to kill or 20% if they're poisoned, that weapon will always instant kill. But that's because the damage hits, or, you know, if it triggers the instant kill, it always will. But that's because it triggers the damage before it triggers the instant kill. But if all you're doing is an instant kill, the Barrier will absorb the shot. Same thing with Devourer. Like, if you use a Cabarrus on something, it triggers the Devourer before it triggers the damage of it. So you would waste your Devourer and then just hit it with some damage. The Devourer would hit on the Barrier. But if you use something like Kraken, it hits its damage first, which would remove the Barrier, and then it tries rolling its Devourer, which would make sure that it always gets Devourer, assuming it actually rolls it. Yeah, it depends on the instance, but Assassinate should be able to be blocked by it, since it's not an instance of damage, it's just an instance of a kill, with nothing else. Though, what would work is if you had... oh, never mind, that wouldn't work. I was about to say, that's impossible. What I was about to go say is, well, it would work for his final trait. So let's say, for example, you kill something with Kraken's 3 damage AoE, and then that then triggers the 7% chance to kill an enemy off of something like this hero class or off Assassin or something. That's 7% instant kill. If the Kraken is in front of your whatever troop you're running with that 7% instant kill, your hero, it would get the kill. But if you're, let's say you were using Assassin in first slot and your Kraken does that, the Kraken would be behind your hero and it would not trigger because it would end up living because the instant kill would trigger before the 3 damage to everything. It goes in order from top to bottom. So in the instance of that, it wouldn't work. But yeah, I just really overly complicated it. Long story short, yes, it protects it. But there are exceptions to it, and I basically mentioned like literally every exception. But yes, long story short, Barrier protects against instant kill and Devour. Doesn't Raid Troop one-shot through Barrier? Yes, Raid Troop is currently the only thing in the game capable of one-shotting through Barrier, but that is not how instant kills actually work in this game. That's just how his instant kill works. But normal instant kills do not work like that. He's just special. Even though it has the same wording, his instant kill is completely different than any other instant kill in the game. Because his will never fail. Okay, we'll go and take the purple. Go throw all that down. But yes, you can't barrier the Zugoff's version of it. But every other version you can. Every player-owned version you can. Alright, we'll get the Rowan down. So what is our Necromancer level right now? 41! We're doing all this farming and we're not even getting it. Though I'm farming Arcane Treatstones while I'm here too. If nothing else, I guess I'm technically indirectly farming gnomes. I still have not gotten a vault key off of a gnome event for so long now. I think since like the very first week actually of the keys. Like hey, another brown purple, nice. Like we went like so hard on it for like a few days and then finally got it. But since then, I've never really gotten one specifically from just randomly finding one. Like during events, of course, yes, but I don't know where all the random ones are. You're really unlucky with them. Or they're just that rare. Yeah, this is not going to be anywhere near enough damage. Might as well just go for a Rowan. No point in trying to throw down that weapon. And dead. What are the 3 best talent trees? There's more than 3 that are best. Let's see. The one that has the 7% instant kill on its final one. I forget most of them by name. But it's the one that has the 7%. I believe it's Shadow, if I'm not mistaken. It's Shadow, Stone, Storm. Actually, let me go backtrack and see real quick. The best hero trees in the entire game are... There's about 6 or 7 of them. It is... let's see. Cunning, Shadow... Arcane. In some degrees, Knowledge. Storm and Stone. And I believe those are all the absolute best ones. And there are a few other niche ones that have their uses. Like, for example, Fire. Mainly because it makes your skull damage go so high. As well as, there's another battle one, I forget what it's called. Whichever one has Enrage on it. Titan has it. And War is the other one. But yeah. So, War, Stone, Storm, Fire, Shadow, I forgot what it's called already. Cunning, and Arcane, and sometimes Mentor would all be the best one. I mean, Knowledge, not Mentor. Those 7 or 8 that I just mentioned are the best trees. And any troop that has basically any combination of those tends to be pretty good. That's why Titan's the absolute best. It's the only one that actually has 3 of the absolute best on it. Assassin has 2. And I believe a few other ones of them out there have 2. It also depends on how good the synergy is between them as well. Like, there's really good synergy between, like, the 3 that Titan has. And a few of the other, like, Assassin's 2 that he has pretty good synergy. And there's currently none of them that has, like, the best synergy with all the casting-related ones. I believe that would be Knowledge, Arcane, and one other one. I forget what it is off the top of my head. But those 3 would end up being pretty decent. I would have to go and, like, through them and, like, check every single thing, though, to know for sure. But when they do come around, that'll be interesting to see how they perform. Do we have an event this weekend? No, I don't believe we have any event this weekend. If I'm not mistaken, the Gnomes isn't until next Friday. And we don't have any Mythic for a while. So I don't believe we're getting any new content tomorrow, or anything to even do this weekend. It's just going to be kind of standard farming, grinding out hero classes. You just saved Moon in 10 minutes, nice. Oh, so that reminds me, where are all my pets? Is no one in my guild bothering to do PvP? I noticed the rate of it went down quite a bit. And I know I haven't been in as much either. Though the objective this week is to do PvP, so they should be around there soon. Yeah, I'm definitely not helping, though, by literally not doing PvP. I will be soon, though, once we switch back to Titaning for tomorrow. We'll probably just be grinding out in there. I'm just trying to get some more Necromancer XP. The more we do now, the less we have to do later. It'll be nice finally having every hero class finally maxed. We're still away from that, though. At current rate, I believe I'm about 3 to 4 months away from actually maxing every hero class. Though as far as maxing all the important ones, I think we're only about 1 month away. from maxing every important hero class in the game. The only problem is, as they keep adding more content, more hero classes start to become actually important. Like, for example, I wouldn't consider Bard to be important. Currently, at the moment, the only thing you'd really use it for is Yellow Guild War Day, at most, for the most part. But, starting in, like, 2 weeks, it might actually be really good. Who, for all we know, could even be the best hero class in the game, as far as the synergies that it has. Probably not. I still feel like Divine's the absolute most overpowered hero class at the moment. Not because it itself is overpowered, but because of what it gets synergized with. It's just so amazingly good. And it's not only good offensively, but Priest is already the most defensive hero class in the game. And it just gets a bunch of offensive bonuses on top of that. Is the chest resetting tomorrow? No. Chest only reset on Mondays, when the event switches over. Oh, yes. As far as getting Suna, oh yes, I forgot about that. Suna's still available, as you can see. Yes, if you're looking to not get Suna, so you want to get a mythic that isn't Suna, that will be available in soon. Like right now, she's still available. It doesn't have a timer here for whatever reason. But yes, chest does get reset in 5 hours and 59 minutes. So 6 hours from now, if you open your keys. Do wait a little bit longer than that, though, because sometimes it doesn't have effect immediately. So wait a little bit longer, like maybe 10, 20 hours from now. But yeah, technically in 6 hours from now, assuming it all switches over correctly, which it should. But do keep in mind, sometimes it has like a few minute delay, an hour delay or something. But so don't do it like immediately. But yes, in that time, in 6 hours from now, the drop table will not have Suna in it. And after that, you can get any mythic in the game from opening Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. It will not give you Suna. Well, it will still have a chance of giving you Suna, but it will be a 1 out of however many mythics are in the game -2 chance of getting a Suna. The 2 would be, it's impossible to get Xenos, and it's impossible to get Zugoff. But other than those 2, every other one can drop. And that'd be your chance. Or it'd be a lot lower, of course. The actual chance of getting a mythic is very, very, very low. And of that mythic specifically being the mythic you want is 1 out of however many their mythics there are, -2. But yeah. Though there are 2 really good mythics in the Soul Forge right now, too. Don't forget about those this week, if you happen to have enough for it by the end of the week. And Furnace and Fair Shra are insanely good. Fair Shra is best soul farmer in the game, as well as one of the best single shots, as well as Infernus as arguably the absolute best, simply because his ridiculously high damage output. And he's also the best burner in the game. He's also the only exploder that does damage that also has a storm on it, which is a really strong triple combo that normally you would have to use 2 troops for, but he does it all as 1 troop, which is really cool. Okay, let's keep going. Explore. What talent tree is missing? Water. I believe water is the only tree that currently doesn't exist in the game. I'm surprised they didn't give it to Knight class. Actually, what did they give to Knights? I think they gave it like Guard and something else or something. And like that Mentor thing, the Knowledge and something else. Wait, how about bad is Knight? This hero class previous today was actually my lowest leveled hero class. I think it was at level 24. If I'm not mistaken, Knight is now my lowest level. Actually, Oracle is. Well, they're both basically the same. Also, thank you, Isak, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Let me see. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for what on earth his talent tree is. They gave him Guard, Light, and Morale. Well, that makes sense, I guess. But yeah, nothing currently has the Water tree. I don't know what is in the Water tree. I believe it has a Pole Arm magic upgrade. As far as the rest of it, I have not the slightest clue. I assume a Water Storm at the start of battle, or whatever it's called, the Blue Storm. I'm assuming it would have that as one of the things. But other than that, I'm pretty sure its last one would be something like give Merfolk something every turn, or when they cast, or something. One of them would probably be a Submerge, like maybe Submerge an ally every 4 times, 5 times would actually be really strong. Not sure. Or maybe Submerge yourself when you take blues or something. But yeah, it would have like Polearm, it would have probably Submerge, it'd probably have something for Merfolk, maybe even have a Water Link on it. But yeah, it'd have stuff like that, I would assume. I don't actually know what the 7 things are on it, but we'll find out if they ever add one. I'm not sure if the next one they'll even add will have it, but when is the next one? If this class event ends, I believe it might tell us when the next thing is. I'm not fully certain. It'll either tell us that there's going to be another class event next week, or when the next class is. But we'll see. Anyways. Does anyone else still have any other questions? Otherwise, I believe I will be wrapping up for tonight. Or if anything else you guys want me to go over, or need help building teams or anything, just let me know. Let's see. Oh, good night, Rasa. Have a good time. You're about 100 diamonds short of crafting Ra or Infernus. Very nice. Well, you should be able to reach it then, because Diamond Day gives you a lot. it gives you, what, 40 diamonds? 50 diamonds. And you can also spend 50 gems to get 80 diamonds. And, of course, you could buy the $5 pack if you really, really wanted to, which I believe gives 100 something. I forget the exact number. But, yeah, you should be able to reach it. If you're only 100 short right now, you can definitely reach that by the end of Sunday, for sure. Sunday will push it over into having enough. Oh, are you... oh, you mean you're 100 diamonds short. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Oh, never mind then. You mean, like, after everything, you'd still be 100 short. Well, that's slightly unfortunate, but they'll come back around again. It's only about 5 months before they really rotate around. So it's not too long. I mean, 5 months. I mean, 5 weeks. Yeah, 5 months would be a while. 5 weeks is barely anything for this game. On your Infernus Divine team, why that weapon? And what banner? Why this weapon? A couple of reasons for why this weapon. You can also replace it with Mercy if you don't have it. But the reason for specifically using this weapon, I'm completely using the incorrect hero class right now. But the main reason for this weapon is you go into green-blue, you get this up quickly, you get a lot of barrier, you get a lot of mana generation off it. Boost ratio is based on Divine. So since your entire team would be Divine, or if your hero class is incorrect, 3 of your 4 would be Divine, you have a really high chance of extra turning off it. And it also gains barrier every single cast, which is pretty useful. It cleanses itself, it barriers itself every single cast you do. So you're getting a lot of these like durable things on top of it. And in the case of, let's say, Priest class, if you're actually using the correct class, it would not only do more damage, not only would it spawn more gems, but you'd have so many additional things that you would have specifically for protection purposes. So right here, we're going to just go take our mark, get that down. Ideally, extra turn, don't hit it there. We'll just go and let him do his thing. Uber step for double kill. Move that over. Get that back up. It gains barrier when it does that, so we gain more protection and cleanses off if it has entangle or anything like that. Oh, he better not evade. Okay, he almost did. He tried. He saw it. It was like, oh, I'm going for it. And like, nope. Okay. Go for the hit there. Get that down. Get our cleanse. And just kill it out with that. Yeah, it's an interesting weapon, to say the least. It has guaranteed mana accumulation, too, which is kind of cool. So even if it misses... Hey, wow, we're still getting brown-purple, even though we're not doing the kingdom. That's funny. But, its 8th thing, while it can backfire on many times, the perks that it has are among some of the absolute best in the game as far as what it can get from being upgraded to max, which is really surprising that they would give like so many of these good ones to one single weapon. It's one of the reasons why I haven't really used too many of the other legendary ingots, because I'm kind of waiting around in case they maybe add another one kind of like this. But if we go under weapon upgrade, all 4 of its things are pretty nice. Well, ignore the armor one. But the other 3, cleanse self every single time, which is particularly good because it's doing a gem spawn and board control. So you're cleansing yourself of your freeze if you have it on you. So you don't need to worry about the freeze if it's on you, or entangle or anything like that. You get the explode to a random yellow, which can backfire given that it does rune if you have like a 5 times there and explodes a yellow and gets rid of it. Well, you don't get the extra turn anymore. But it still gives you guaranteed mana every single time. And you still can 5 times and then explode in a different area of the board and get even more mana than you would have. It just makes it a little bit more random with this and kind of luck-based. But then you also have the barrier on it, which is really nice. You keep just barriering up, keep getting probably a decent amount of portion of your mana back every single time. And it just works out quite nicely, especially in a Divine team, because it has everything you would really need to synergize with it. Why this banner? This banner is so you can 1-turn it. I mean, 2-turn it. Well, 1 turn if you have half mana start. If you're using a different hero class, like what we're using right now, or Titan or anything like that, you would start with 7 mana. Meaning if you surge on a green or a blue, you would have full mana. Normally, if you're using this with the actual hero class of Divine, I was wondering where I was going with that. You would set the banner to yellow-blue instead. The reason you would do this is because you can set a +1 green on the Divine hero class, I believe on its 70th, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 40th or 70th. I believe it's 70th. You can set a +1 to green. And you obviously want to set your yellow to something that won't die. And once you kill out, you won't ever have that green anymore. So you just go with the yellow-blue. The blue you won't have either, but you'll still get to keep the yellow, which is kind of nice, and still keep that +1. So in giving it that extra color, you basically get a +3 total instead of just a standard +2. But you always want to make sure you have +1/+1 on this weapon, because if you surge both of them, you 2-turn it. If you surge one but not the other, you 3-turn it. And if you surge one and you're using a hero class that starts with half mana, you 1-turn the weapon to get it to full mana. And then you already get to cast it, it gets the team going, and you just win from there. I wouldn't be surprised if they increase the mana cost of that weapon by 1. If they do, it will be unusable. It will be one of those really weird instances. It's kind of what happened to Corvash, actually. They raised his mana cost by 1, but now barely anyone uses him because they raised it by 1. There's a huge, gigantic difference between 14 mana cost and 15. Because there's various rush strategies that you can do with +1/+1 banners into 14 mana cost troops, whereas you can't do that with 15 as easily. You specifically have to go put a +2 if you do a 15 mana cost, just because it works better that way. Are you using Summer Banner for the Green Suna team? No, I do not use Summer Banner for it. I use the... or is it called Summer Banner? Never mind, it might be called Summer Banner. I use this banner with it. Is that the Summer Banner? Yeah, I use Summer Banner. I didn't even realize it's called Summer Banner. It doesn't even have red or yellow in it. Why is it called Summer? You thought you said Assassin is best skull class with 2 or 3 best talent trees, and 1 talent tree is missing. For best, what is missing? Depends on the context of the team. Though I'd probably say Fire or War. Probably War. If there was a class that had War, Rogue. I keep calling it Rogue. But if it had... War would probably be it, basically. It would be this tree right over here. If we go to Hero, go to Class. This tree is the one that it's missing. That would make it absolutely perfect. Which one has it? Titan has it. Where are you? Oh, no, Titan doesn't have it. Do you? Yeah, you do. War. The War tree. You would gain automatic 4 attack. You would gain... Actually, I don't even know if you would really use that one. No, you wouldn't. But you would need it for the Bloodthirsty. Is what you would use instead of the 30% dodge, which would give you so much more damage, and it will allow you to hit through all traits, which, and if you use in Skull Spam, you'd automatically just keep getting the Rage over and over again, and just plow down the entire team with that. But yeah, probably War. You also get, you could also use the, if it had Burning, if there was a combination that ended up combining those with Burning, you could do something similar, but have 3 times skull damage. The only problem with that is it would struggle against a really high skull reduction, unless you had something else to also enrage you. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow morning. We'll be back in about 13 hours from now, and we'll have some redeem codes, mess around with stuff. We'll be back to using Titan. Hopefully, we'll get Titan actually maxed tomorrow. That's probably the goal of tomorrow's stream. Actually, you know what? We might not actually be able to make it all the way to max. I just realized how long that will take. We still need, like, over 1,000 mana. Okay, so maybe we won't get it tomorrow's stream, but ideally, by the end of Saturday's stream, we will have fully maxed Titan, which will be really nice. Other than that, tomorrow night we'll be back again, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll probably go and do invasions then as well. We'll have some more battles since we didn't do it today. And other than that, no new content really coming out unless there was something I'm missing tomorrow. But no, I believe there's nothing. There's no, I don't believe there's a gnome event or anything that's like hidden that's going to be coming out. So nothing tomorrow. The only interesting thing happening tomorrow is Suna is no longer in a drop table. So you don't have to worry about getting her anymore, or at least not as high of a chance of getting her. So you can go open your keys then if you really wanted to. Other than that, that's about it. And next week, they're going to be adding some cool cactus people to... what kingdom is that? To Drifting Sands. So we'll be getting cactus people in Drifting Sands. And the week after that, we should be getting a rework, hopefully, to Pan's Veil. We're definitely getting an update, a event for Pan's Veil. As far as we actually get the rework for is questionable. They have mentioned it, but I don't know if they're specifically doing it then. Sure hope so. Because it's always fun then when they reworked a kingdom. I'm pretty sure one of the more iconic reworks was when they did more Grim Woods. But I really wish they would go through almost every single kingdom and kind of do that. Like one kingdom at a time, like maybe once a month. Just go and like completely overhaul and rebalance every single one. It seemed like something they were kind of start doing, but then they stopped and like never bothered going through to do all the weaker kingdoms. Like Adana, like Pan's Veil, like... the specific synergy within Silverglade. Synergy is horrible. Pride Lands, Sword's Edge. A lot of like really weird kingdoms out there. Wild Plains for the most part. Nagas in general are just like so underwhelming for the most part. And just stuff like that. Some of the kingdoms that really have gotten like neglect over time. Anyways, guys, have a good night. Have a good weekend. And what are they changing? They're basically going to be rebalancing the kingdom. As far as what specific changes, we do not know. The only thing they specifically mentioned is they're likely going to do, they're going to be changing the troops to all have, or not all of them, but most of them to have stat-stealing themed abilities is what they're going to have instead of what they currently have. So things more like Savasi, things more like Wild Queen, troops like those is what the theme of most of the troops will be changed over to in this kingdom, basically, is their plan. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe, And goodbye, everyone.